How long would it take to transfer 1 TB over USB 2.0? This might be a completely stupid question because it is conceivably highly dependent on the respective disk speeds. But I am thinking that there is a speed cap that is specific to USB 2.0 that would by itself define a lower limit. How long would it take to transfer 1 TB of data from an external drive to an internal drive over USB 2.0?
USB 2.0 has a signaling rate of 480 bits/s. The same article says that typical real-world throughput is about 2/3 of the maximum theoretical bulk data transfer rate of 53.248 MB/s, if my math is correct, and it probably isn't. That suggests that the best time you could hope to achieve is about 8.2 hours for 1 TB, assuming that the USB connection is the biggest bottleneck.
There is a lot of false information in these answers about theoretical performance from people who have evidently never benchmarked USB 2 HD transfer rates. I have benchmarked many different USB 2 transfers between 2.5-inch laptop HDS both PATA and SATA, 3.5 HDS both PATA and SATA, and USB flash drives. And I have never seen transfer rates exceed 35 MB/SEC. In fact, any properly configured modern drive will transfer at 20 to 30 MB/SEC. It's very rare to see the 30 MB/SEC rate be surpassed. I'm referring specifically to HDS transferring over USB 2 here, to be clear. Ignore this talk about theoretical transfer rates and 60 MB/SEC, etc. Although I give credit to the guys who correctly converted bits into bytes and calculated a 35 MB/SEC maximum, which falls in line with my real-world performance experience.
Given the variations of I/O handling by the operating system and the natural delay of starting and stopping copying, many versus few files, you are realistically looking at approximate 120 bit/s or 15 MB/s, from my experience. Theoretical values: 1 TB at 480 bit/s equals approximate 4.6 hours. Realistic values: 1 TB at 120 bit/s, or 15 MB/s, equals approximate 18.5 hours.
I have seen about 4-5x faster performance with eSATA versus USB 2.0 using the same external hard drive. I have a WD 1.5 TB Essentials drive, which I would back up using USB, but it was painful, taking about 4 to 5 hours per 100 G, and running about 8 MB/SEC average. I pulled the HD out of the plastic case, removed the USB to SATA board, and plugged the same HD into the SATA port from the motherboard via an eSATA cable, and I can now back up 100 G in less than an hour, and 250 G in about 2.5 hours using Nova Backup S/W. All I can say is that 2 to 3 hours is not that bad for a lot of data, running about 28-32 MB/SEC with eSATA. Both are well/far below theoretical, but the comparison between the two is what counts.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.